Hello and welcome back to my channel. So as we're wrapping up 2020, my motto right now is out with the old, in with the new. Leaving behind the 2020 energy and everything that's associated with that. Also, leaving behind our stuff and baggage from 2020 so we could start fresh in 2021, because I'm about to make 2021 the best year ever. It can't be worse, okay? And I wanted to share with you guys some of my most fundamental habits for leading a more minimalistic, clutter-free lifestyle. Before you call me out, I just want to say I do not consider myself a true minimalist. I do get a lot of new things for videos and product testing as part of my job, but I am very good at keeping things clutter-free, and as new stuff comes in, old stuff goes out. So that is going to lead me to habit number 1. If you can follow this, it is truly life-changing. That is 1 in, 1 out. So when you get a new item, you take something of that same type and you donate it, purge it from your life. So that way you remain net neutral and clutter does not build up. Whenever I get a new eyeshadow palette, I will look at my collection, what I already have and I'm not using, and I will donate it, usually to my mom. That is how I have kept my makeup collection so minimal, and it's also really high quality because the stuff that I am keeping is the stuff that I truly love. You get a new sweater, look through all the sweaters you already have and put it in the donate pile. Another thing I've been doing for years in my closet is I keep a separate laundry basket in my closet that is just for donation items. It's really handy to have it there at all times in your closet, because as you're trying things on and you're not loving it, it makes it really easy just to remember to put it in the donate bin, and you're constantly decluttering. While we're in the closet, another clothing related minimalist habit. If I have not worn that item in 1 year, then I will donate it. That might seem strict, but for me, it has always worked and I've never once had a regret. One method for doing this is you hang all of your clothes up on a hanger and have the hangers facing one direction. After you wear it, move the hanger the other direction. So at the end of the year, you can see what are the items that you did wear versus the items that never got touched. If it's been 4 seasons of life and you have not had one occasion to wear this item, how much do you really need it? That's my opinion. Another habit that I swear by is keep your counters clear. In particular, in the kitchen and in the bathroom. Those are the 2 biggest clutter magnets that, in my experience. You don't need every kitchen appliance that you own out on the countertop at all time. Visually, that looks very cluttered. It is not necessary. It is taking up valuable counter space. So look around your kitchen and take the things off of your countertop that you are not using on a weekly or very regular basis. Put them in your garage in storage, put them in cabinets, but they don't need to be out and about collecting dust. Being a minimalist is not black and white. I would argue that every person out there is a minimalist in some things and a maximalist in other things. So me, for example, I'm very minimalist with things like clothes, shoes, but other categories like children's toys, for example, I have way too much of. So identify for yourself, what are those categories of items that you tend to have way more than you need of, and set a limit for yourself. That limit could be something like a number. For example, if you tend to hoard mugs and you have 100 mugs, tell yourself, okay, 4 people in the household, each person can have 2 mugs, so we keep 8 mugs, all the rest get donated. Or you can limit yourself by physical space. I can only keep the number of mugs that will fit in this one section of the cabinet. If it doesn't fit, then it gets donated. I'm very curious to know, so let me know in the comments, what is the number 1 type of item that you have a lot of in your life? Mine is definitely children's toys and robes. So I'm gonna tell myself right now, okay, I gotta cut it back to 5. Huge habit of keeping things minimal and clean in my home is I take time twice a day to do a quick clean. One is when Carter is eating lunch, so like midday, quick, tidy, and then at the end of the day before bed, I spend a little bit more time, like 15 minutes at least, picking up, tidying up around the house. So in the morning when I wake up, we have a clean, fresh slate. I used to try to follow the habit of cleaning as you go, but with kids running around the house, it's just not practical. So instead I've switched to a system of just doing 2 quick tidies a day. Next minimalist habit that I swear by is do a seasonal or quarterly purge. The way that we do this is I pre-schedule a donation pickup every 3 months. So whether I like it or not, I am forced to look through my stuff and do a purge. Decluttering is not a one-time thing. It is an ongoing, constant, continual process. So you have to set yourself up and give yourself deadlines that will force you to declutter. To prevent too much stuff from coming into your house in the first place, a little habit I like to follow is shop your stash. So before you buy a new nude lipstick, go to your makeup drawer and look at the nude lipsticks you already have. Swatch them on your hand and really think to yourself, do I need another nude lipstick or do I already have like 40? And by doing this, you might rediscover something that you have but have completely forgotten about, so it will bring new life to your existing things. Next minimal habit that I recently went through and did, and I can tell you, it is amazing. That is clearing your digital clutter. Go on your phone right now. I'm very curious to know. Go to your photos, open your photo album. How many pictures do you have in there right now? A few days ago, before I cleared out the clutter, I had 6,842 photos just hanging out on my phone. Nobody needs that many pictures on their phone. It's taking up space, but it's also just making your phone cluttered. So I have an entire video of my favorite apps and how I organize my phone, but what I use is Google Photos. What that allows me to do is delete photos off of my phone, but they're still saved onto Google Photos. I have a whole 5-minute segment where I explain it in detail and I show you exactly how to do it on that video, so I will link it down below for a tutorial. But delete the stuff on your phone that you are no longer using. Next habit is to embrace space. Every empty space in your home does not need to be filled. Leave room to grow. Every table doesn't need to be filled with knickknacks and stuff and clutter. It's okay for things to be clear. In my mind, I like to think of it as giving my home some breathing room. And I sometimes get the criticism that it's too minimal here, but that's okay. I would rather have too little than too much, because for me, clutter really stresses me out. And embracing space does not mean that your home has to be cold and empty and feeling like a museum. You can add cozy elements like throw blankets and family photos and things that make it feel warm without it being overwhelming and having too much stuff. And that's gonna lead me to my last and most important minimalist habit. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. And that is the habit of being grateful for what you already have. Another amazing way to practice gratitude is to have a gratitude journal, or what I do, I have a 1-line-a-day journal, and I just write my most favorite moment or thing that I'm grateful for from that day that I want to remember. I have actually been doing this every single day of my life since Carter's been born. I write down one thing from that day that I'm grateful for. One motto I like to live by is, life is all about who you're comparing yourself to. If you're comparing yourself to people in this world who have more than you, you're always gonna feel like you don't have enough. But if you compare yourself to people who wish they had what you had in this life, it will change your mindset and bring you to a place of gratitude. So that is going to be it for this week's video. I hope it gave you some good ideas and inspiration. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here. I have my Instagram is Vassar Beauty as well, so go follow me over there. I'm pretty active on my stories. We have a lot of fun over there. With all of that said, I will see you soon with a new video. Bye. Carter, what are you doing?
I'm putting my card back. You'll never believe this. I found them all hiding in a box in the garage.
Really? Wow, look at that. You found them all.
Have you ever believed they were all put in the garage by mistake?